Hello again. This episode is A Bird in the Hoof. I looked it up. It's in the hoof, not on the hoof. So, final answer. I looked it up. But, okay. Yeah, this one, it's really two separate episodes. Well, it's two separate portions, I should say. But, we'll get to why that is. But, okay. The first portion starts out with Fluttershy. She's taking care of a family of mice who the dad broke his leg, so she knows how to fix broken legs for mice. Okay. But, and then her bunny runs up, the, obnoxious rabbit makes a return here, but he's in a helpful mood this time around. Tries to tell her that she's late, and they actually have to play a game of charades to figure that out. That was kind of fun, but let's see. Well, what she's late for, there's a banquet being thrown for the princess, where she's coming into town just to meet everybody, I guess, because her top student lives here, so, okay, she's coming into town. Fluttershy was supposed to meet them there, but she's late, and we actually get a pretty good character moment here, where being late makes her so distraught that just like she is unsure of what to do. She falls apart a little bit and makes herself even more late, which not even like she has a nervous breakdown or anything. She's just shocked, unsure of what to do. So she goes in different directions for a little bit. And I mean, I have been there. That is how that works a lot of the time. But okay, so finally, I guess her bunny knows her better than she knows herself. So I mean, he is able to help her out here when she runs back one too many times. He finally locks the door so she can't come back in. She has to take off. And oh, I forgot. The moment she realizes that she's late because her white rabbit tells her, she says, "I'm late. Wait for it. For a very important day." So, okay. So she takes off. She runs into the guards at the gate because I guess even banquets at a bakery or wherever they're at, they have to make sure nobody they don't want to be there comes in. So they block Fluttershy's way with their wings, crossed over like spears from royal guards. Halt, who goes there? And we get another good character moment where, because she's so shy, she would actually rather say, "Never mind," and just walk away than, say that she's supposed to be there, she's on the list. And I mean, I don't think that's actually played up. That is how it works a lot of the time with shy people. Like, they just don't like conflict. I mean, they don't like crossing people who are trying to assert things one way, so much they'll even let stuff like that go, which that is, I think, a very true portrayal. I have seen that too. But, okay. Meanwhile, though, Twilight shows up at the door, tells the guards, it's okay, she's on the list, let her through. And, meanwhile, the friends are all doing sort of played-up versions of themselves just to entertain us while the princess is there. Applejack doesn't know how fancy or not she's supposed to be. She isn't sure what she's supposed to eat first, the appetizer, the salad, and she just finally gives it up because she can't figure it out. Rarity is in, I guess, a fancy dress for the occasion, and she's paranoid about everything, so, that's fine, but that was fine, I guess. We did have a couple of funny lines from her. Not sure which ones they were, but I mean, I don't remember this one just being kind of a lame gag. It had its moments too, and I mean, Rarity, I don't know what it is, but once you pump enough energy into her character, she does sort of become entertaining, just like I don't know if it's like she teeters between, the fashion savvy regal one and sort of a parody of that, which I think it works. When they do it right, it works, even though they leave her too one note. If they don't inject enough energy or enough nuance into it, it becomes boring. But okay, enough about her. She's barely in this. But what else? Rainbow Dash just tries to chat with the guards, and they do the shtick where they can't acknowledge her, talk, anything. So she pulls some rubber-faced antics that she's surprisingly good at to get them to laugh. I mean, that was kind of cute. But she gives up when even that doesn't get them to crack. And I mean, Snap changes her mind, flies away. So, too good, I'm bored. And so, but okay. Meanwhile, Twilight, this is like, she's incredibly nervous again. She's worried she's gonna rub the princess the wrong way. So, but it seems to be going well enough until Pinkie Pie gets her turn. And I mean, she really goes for it here. It's like dances among the sweets, finds a tasty-looking pie to hit herself with, and then the grand finale, runs up to the princess with the cupcake she has raised halfway to her mouth, shouts, "You gonna eat that?" And eats it right in front of her face. She's about to. So she has it down to an art, that Pinkie. But But yeah, the two are throwing Mr. and Mrs. Cake. They're horrified. They apologize, bring her a new one, drag Pinky away, and so okay, there's that. With the princess, we see she does not demand to be for everybody to be on edge like this. She just to have a good time. They refill her tea every second she finishes to make sure that she's not even a little bit unhappy. So she thinks that's a little too like retentive. She actually messes with them, like pretends to drink it, so they'll pour it in, overflow it, just teases them a little. So okay, I mean I kind of like that portrayal, the sort of I don't know. Well, I mean, who's like that? Willy Wonka's kind of like that when he's not being a sadist. The Gene Wilder's version, Johnny Depp was not Willy Wonka, but who else? I don't know. Mr. Miyagi, maybe. Just well, regardless, just very patient, motherly sort of character, and I appreciate that. I think that can work. So, okay, but anyway, we'll transition over to the next portion. The last of this one, she talks to Fluttershy, and she's actually able to get Fluttershy to talk to her about how she loves animals and stuff. And then she introduces Fluttershy to her pet, which she's brought along, which is this scraggly, vacant-looking chicken thing that's just like coughing. It's in terrible condition. The princess doesn't seem the least bit aware of this. Just it's quite a sight. Quite a sight, isn't she? And yeah, okay. And the bird's name is Philomena. With Fluttershy does not know what to say any of this, but before she can, actually, the princess is called away on royal duty. And okay, so Fluttershy then decides snap judgment. She can't stand to see this bird Philomena in such bad shape because she loves animals and all. So she takes Philomena home with her when nobody's looking and tries to nurse her back to health. And this is portion number 2, which is pretty much a screwball tale of nonsense. Like every time she tries something, Philomena just goes as wrong as possible. Every time she tries to cure Philomena, it goes completely wrong. Blankets make her boil, ice packs make her freeze, ointment makes her break out, humidifiers make her cough. What else? She absorbs bath water like a sponge. So it's a very strange animal, and Fluttershy doesn't know what to do, but she keeps trying. She's just so sweet about it, actually. She really wants to see this thing get better. And, Philomena, she isn't very helpful, but I mean, she, more than anything, is just a weird animal that, nothing worse. So, or so it seems. But anyway, then Twilight drops by. She was going to thank Fluttershy for being more or less the most well-behaved, but then she sees that Fluttershy has the bird, and she freaks out just like before, and they're about to return it. Fluttershy, after Twilight chews her out, acknowledges that, it wasn't the best idea she ever had, and actually, it was pretty stupid. She takes the birds, I'm sure this isn't going to turn out to be a stupid decision she'll regret later, but, okay. But the episode with the parasprites, I think, did establish that she has those tendencies, so, okay, I guess that's just how much she loves animals, so, okay. But then right before they can return the bird, the guards drop by, so the disappearance has already been found out, so now, they're on the hunt for Philomena. Twilight is too afraid to return her now. They'll get caught, whatever, and then the princess is totally gonna give them a life sentence for this, but, anyway, so let's see. Fluttershy then convinces her the only way to salvage something is to cure Philomena, so Twilight applies a little more force here instead of being a pushover, kind of like Fluttershy was. But I mean, granted, Fluttershy did try stuff, but there was stuff Philomena refused to go with, taking medicine, eating soup. So Twilight tries to force her through that, and finally Philomena gets sick of it and runs out the door. And they do another Benny Hill chase scene, which we already had that way back when. But I mean, it's still fun. Kind of some gags that are just so downright silly. I mean, but you almost have to go with them. It's just good, lighthearted, but it's fast paced enough. It goes by painlessly, even when it's obvious. Like Philomena is in a mustache, and they can't tell it's her. But I think that's kind of actually a good way. Faithful enough channeling of Benny Hill, so okay, that's fine. And okay, finally they run into their other friends, and the guards spot Philomena on top of a statue. She's coughing as much as ever, and then her last feather falls out, and she's been losing them slowly over the episode. And she does this obviously fake routine where she's coughing, fainting, gurgling, and then she falls off the statue. Fluttershy runs to catch her, and she bursts into flame and lands in Fluttershy's hooves as just a pile of ashes, at which point everyone who's seen Harry Potter 2, which is everybody, realizes that she's a phoenix and exactly what all of this is building to, but the others don't know this right away, so we have to do a crying scene, and then the princess shows up. They confess to her, because borrowing a bird without permission is always to blame for spontaneous combustion, don't we know? But anyway, the princess, it looks like she's sad at first, of course, and then she says to the pile of ashes, "Stop fooling around, Philomena, you're scaring everybody," and it morphs into a beautiful phoenix that, I think, like, twice the size of Philomena before this happened, but, yeah, then the princess explains, and we get our moral about, Fluttershy shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. Philomena, it turns out, was just screwing with Fluttershy. She knew exactly what was going on the whole time. She just was completely using this as an excuse to mess with her. Okay, but then she, as an apology or whatever, gives Fluttershy a feather, and then the last gag is Rainbow Dash deciding to team up with Philomena to get the guards to laugh. She has Philomena fly by and tickle their noses with her feathers, which is somehow significant enough to warrant everybody bursting into laughter. Just like one of those, I don't know if you ever saw Hanna-Barbera cartoons with just the last shot, everybody's standing around the villain who's just been taken away has said something silly, and everyone's like, oh, 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 oh. Exactly what it reminded me of. It was kind of cheesy, but okay. Otherwise, I think this was a good one. I think, like I said, lots of good character moments in the first portion. It was the thing with Fluttershy about like what somebody that shy is actually like. Some pony. I'm never going to say some pony. That's stupid. But all right. Anyway, there was that. There was the friends just doing the played up versions of themselves, which that was some good harmless fun. And then, okay, the second portion with Philomena, totally a screwball tale of nonsense, but I think that it worked a lot of the time, and I think that, Philomena actually makes a good point about, she's a good example of the right way to do comedy in certain aspects of comedy. Like, there was one, the self-presentation, been pointed out a lot. I think Roger Ebert liked to point this out a lot, that someone who thinks they're funny, like thinks they're bringing down the house, is never as funny as someone who is trying to be serious and failing. And, Philomena, she doesn't think that she's, or we don't, I mean, secretly she does, but she nailed the character at the time. She doesn't know she's messing with Fluttershy. She doesn't know that this is a battle. She doesn't even seem to know what's going on half the time. And that's the other thing, too. It's just so strange that the magical princess's pet is this vacant chicken thing. That gets your attention. But anyway, she doesn't seem to know what's going on. She just, like, everything, she's so committed to the character, everything she's hit with is just, like, totally a genuine reaction. It just, the comedy comes from the situation, not, Philomena trying to wink at the camera or, sell you on it or anything like that. Like, I don't know, I think I've mentioned once before that, the tween shows from Disney and Nickelodeon that, they did, and I don't know if they're still doing them. It was like, I think the last time I saw it was about a year ago, where they do what I like to call the "no, it's not" joke, where they say something in a really obvious voice, and it's exactly the opposite of the truth. Like, everything is going to be okay while things are falling apart. So, get it? It's not going to be okay. So, I am the smartest guy in the room while they're just finished doing something stupid. So get it? They're not smart. But none of that here. Completely, like, nobody seems to realize just how ludicrous this is all getting. So very good comedy there. And also the timing. Like, nobody, like I said, winks at the camera, or nobody pauses for effect. Nobody does a really exaggerated expression or telegraphs the joke. That's the big one. Nobody telegraphs the joke like, I don't know, what Fluttershy rubbing ointment on Philomena, like she doesn't say 10 times, I know this is going to work. This is totally going to work. Nothing can go wrong. Just like aroma spots. Actually, that wasn't one of the funny results, but yeah, or, I said aroma. I should have said aromatherapy. That was the funny one. She's like, this will cure you. She takes a breath, sneezes, and then just like her expression after that one is priceless. But okay, so all in all, pretty good comedy from Philomena. I mean, she didn't bring down the house. I think the champion of comedy in the show is still Pinkie Pie, but pretty good from the Phoenix. Who knew a Phoenix could be a great comedic character? But or a good one at least. And that's pretty much the episode. I mean, it's a little scattered. I mean, it's not like it's consistently great from start to finish and in its comedy or anything. It has its good moments, but I mean, some are good, some whatever. But I just, oh no, it's good at being what it is. It's just, I mean, a little bit of a sampler platter, I guess. It's using this plot. Just the princess has a bird that she's apparently not taking care of very well, and then Fluttershy takes it home and it screws with her. It's just using that plot to explore just a few of the things it can do, how to stretch its creative muscles, I guess, a little bit for what gags it can pull out, or what sight gags. Just letting itself loose, letting itself cut loose with whatever ideas the writers have. So okay, I think that all in all, successful experiment. Good job. So okay, and let me see. Oh, I think I forgot to look up the next one. Oh no, I didn't. It's the Cutie Mark Chronicles is what's coming up next. But so we'll see if that can continue the streak. Well, I don't know. If we're on the streak now, we've had a great one last time, a good one this time, but well, we'll see. So anyway, whatever the case, I'll see you then.